The psychology of color in everyday living. Color in dress and the home. By the ordering of divine wisdom, nature surrounds mankind with an infinite variety of colors, wonderful fact which is all too often taken for granted. Nature's wealth of coloring is as much the result of intelligent design as the colors on a canvas. They have not, however, always been as rich and meaningful as they are today. Evolution pertains to the whole of nature, and this includes her color scheme, which has undergone many changes since the first dawn of life on this planet. Only as one becomes cognizant of the psychology of color does one begin to realize that the divine beneficence that adapts natural hues to one's status in time, place, and circumstance. Humankind itself is an integral part of the grand scheme of nature. One is not a thing apart, and one intuitively takes into themselves that which nature abundantly provides. The trends in color, as used in daily life, seem on the surface to be trivial. In actuality, they have their roots deep in the human psyche. Every woman has an affinity for certain colors. These are the colors from which she should surround herself, not only by using them in wearing apparel, but in the decoration of her home, and if possible, her office or place of work. It is well to experiment with color until finding the one which is most congenial. As we ascend the ladder of spiritual attainment mentally, morally, and physically, we find that we are also ascending in the degree of sensitivity to color and light. The writer once knew a young woman who was quite physical in her outlook of life. She dressed largely in red and had her apartment done in clear, bright crimson. Later, she became a student of philosophy, spending most of her days in the library of the city in which she lived. She knew nothing of the psychology of color at the time, but intuitively she changed the direction of her home to soft golden and bright yellows. Still later, she became a metaphysical student and changed her colors to softest azure blues. In her final years, she was a profound student of the occult and wrote much of her superphysical varieties. Then it was that she lived, moved, and her being solely in the delicate, almost tenuous, new age tones of orchid. So beautiful and so spiritual was the atmosphere of her apartment that one could almost hear the music of her angelic companions. As people come to realize more and more the importance of surrounding themselves with the psychological right colors, interior decoration has become a most popular profession for both men and women. For example, a decorator will take a room having a northern exposure, and instead of white or gray walls that present a cold and cheerless appearance in a north light, they will have the walls done in a pale, sunshiny yellow. The light from a blazing fire and an open fireplace will give the room such a charming, cozy atmosphere that the lack of direct sunlight will be scarcely perceptible. A nervous person, or one suffering from insomnia, will get much benefit from having a room occupied done in the soft green tones of the forest in early spring. A lonely, solitary person, one who does not make friends easily and who fails to attract companionship, will be benefited by surroundings done in shades of pink, ranging from bright tones to palest peach blossom tints. For a person engaged in creative work, or for metaphysical students who spend much time in prayer or meditation, the softest azure blue, or color which seems to hold within itself the key to infinity, is recommended.